After my grandpa passed away, my parents asked me to stay with my grandma for the summer. She lived alone in this old farmhouse way out in the woods, and everyone worried about her being by herself. The first thing I noticed was that every single night she'd set 3 plates at the dinner table, one for her, one for me, and one directly across from us. I asked her why, and she smiled like it was obvious. "Oh, that's for Thomas. He doesn't like being forgotten." I assumed Thomas was my grandpa's name, and she was just coping with the loss. I didn't want to make her feel worse, so I never mentioned it again. The weird part was, she'd actually talk to the empty chair. She'd ask if the food tasted okay. She'd laugh at things nobody said. Sometimes she'd even tell me to scoot my chair over because, according to her, Thomas needs more room. I played along until the 4th night. I woke up around 2:30 a.m. because I heard footsteps downstairs. Slow, heavy, like boots on old wooden floors. I figured Grandma couldn't sleep, so I went downstairs. The kitchen light was on. She was sitting at the table, talking quietly. But she wasn't alone. The chair across from her was moving, not rocking, actually sliding backward a few inches, then forward again, as if someone had just pulled it out to sit down. I froze. Grandma looked at me and whispered, "You're making him nervous." I didn't sleep the rest of the night. The next morning, I decided to ask one of the neighbors about Thomas. The old man next door looked confused. "Thomas?" I nodded. "My grandma says he comes for dinner every night." He stared at me for a few seconds before saying something that made my stomach drop. "Your grandpa's name wasn't Thomas." "What?" "It was Richard." I laughed because I thought he was joking. He wasn't. I called my mom immediately. She confirmed it. My grandpa's name had always been Richard. There had never been a Thomas in our family. When I got back to the house, Grandma was standing on the porch waiting for me. Before I could ask anything, she said, "You shouldn't ask questions about people who are still listening." That night I packed my stuff and told her I was going back home. She didn't argue. She just looked past me toward the driveway and quietly said, "Thomas says you'll be back." I left before sunset. 3 months later, Grandma passed away peacefully in her sleep. When we cleaned out the house, we found an old locked trunk in the attic. Inside were dozens of black and white photographs dating back almost 80 years. Family reunions, birthdays, Christmas mornings. In every single picture, there was the same tall man standing in the background, always blurry, always smiling. Nobody in my family recognized him. On the back of one photo, written in my grandma's handwriting, were 4 words. Thomas never really left. I still have that picture. The strangest part? Every few months I swear he looks a little closer